Joining us now, Pastor Jesse Bradley. He's the senior pastor at Grace Community Church, Seattle, and former professional soccer player. Great to have you back. We've been talking to you throughout this FIFA World Cup. Is he going to play tonight? I mean, this is a big deal if the U.S. can get him in the lineup.
Yes, he will play. He should play. The red card and the suspension, it was unnecessary. It was a harsh penalty. It was an unintentional foul. Similar fouls in the World Cup have not resulted in a red card. So FIFA took a long time, but they got it right. And he's been our best player. He's our leading scorer. And I was at the last match in Seattle. It was electric. It was palpable. We're ready. This team is so inspiring, and they're truly united. They love our nation. They also are walking in faith. They pray together before and after the matches, and that's if they win or lose. And it's really part of a bold generation, sharing their faith, living it out on the field. And we cover some of their stories in our podcast, justchoosehope.org. We're inspired by this team.
Love it.
Pastor, like you said, this was unintentional, and I think most, even casual soccer fans, could watch this and say, wait a second, that didn't look like anything that was
major, yeah. It didn't.
Designed with malintent. They just got tangled up with each other. Were you shocked to see the red card being pulled out and then the suspension being announced in the first place?
Definitely. And not only was the call off, but also the process, because the referee went over and looked at still shots in slow motion. And when you have any physical contact and you break it down to a slow motion replay, it's always going to look worse. And I think it's important to get things right. You know, at the end, that's what we need, is the right call. And that's true in life. We have confidence in God. Ultimately, everything, he'll make it right. And that's eternally true. And sports teach us about life. This is character. Our team rises up. In the past, we've been a defensive team. We've been strong in terms of stopping the opponents from scoring. But we have so many weapons. In addition to Flo, Serginho Dest is going forward. McKinney, Pulisic, I think, is going to have an incredible match today. So this is the strongest our national team has been. Our players play in the top leagues around the world, and we're playing better than we have in decades right now. So there's a lot to celebrate.
What do you make of the timing and how long it took them to decide to reverse this call? Is that common to have that many days pass before they ultimately make the decision?
There's a lot on the line in sports and soccer. There's a lot of politics. There's a lot of personalities. There will probably be an appeal, but all of this is distraction. What happens on the pitch, see, our players have earned this, and no one can take it away. And we haven't hosted the World Cup since '94, and also 6 billion people watch the World Cup. It's the biggest tournament. Our country has been shining. People from other nations come here. They love it. We brought hospitality, and I played overseas and experienced the bond there. Soccer creates community, but the love of God unites us.
Yeah.
What is it going to take for USA to move on to the round of 8? And then even past that, what will it take for them to reach the finals and win?
There's no limits with this team. And when you see our nation supporting us like this, you see the joy. They enjoy each other off the field. They were in Seattle. They went to the Mariners game, first pitch. They're receiving the love from the fans, and they're playing better than they've ever played before. So there's no weakness on this team. The coach is excellent. We have coaches at every level in America. This is a breakthrough for soccer, more kids playing than ever before. And I think it's a time where this team is setting the example for our nation in terms of how to come together and move past some of our differences. And so right now they've got our attention. Everyone's cheering them on, and there's no limits with this team.
We've got to talk about the other games that happened yesterday. You had Mexico's going home, and Brazil was a big upset too. Norway taking down Brazil. This Viking, Haaland, I can't take my eyes off him. He's huge, and he got 2 goals in yesterday's game.
It was a massive upset. No one saw it coming. Even, Haaland himself said, I didn't think we could do it. But that's the wonder. Places like Cape Verde, tying Spain, taking Argentina to extra time, 500,000 people, the size of Rhode Island. Soccer has the whole world just leaning in, and there's so many incredible stories. And on the field and off the field, we've never seen more players talking about their faith, going online. And we've reached 21 million people sharing about a relationship with Jesus. Last World Cup, 480,000 put their trust in the Lord. So soccer, again, it unites us. But then people are hungry for something deeper, the personal stories, the underdog stories, and stories of faith.
Yeah, totally.
The Argentina-Cape Verde game also over the
insane.
Weekend was wild. I mean, that had everybody on the edges of their seats. To have potentially a really small country like Cape Verde beat one of the powerhouses worldwide in soccer was something. But of course, Messi.
He was almost
helped to
on his
pull
way
it off.
home. I mean, that was super close.
That was a great. This is the first World Cup that I can say that I've really started to get into, just because I am more of a casual soccer fan. But now I understand it. The hype is real, and everybody tonight will be watching USA attempt to make it to the round of 8. Pastor, thank you so much.
Thanks for covering sports and faith together. Appreciate.
Absolutely.